said, "Take care that you do not despise one of these little ones. For I tell you, in heaven, their angels continually see the face of my Father in heaven. What do you think? If a shepherd has 100 sheep, and one of them has gone astray, does he not leave the 99 on the mountains and go in search of the one that went astray? And if he finds it, truly I tell you, he rejoices over it more than over the 99 that never went astray. So it is not the will of your Father in heaven that one of these little ones should be lost." The word of the Lord.
Thanks be to God.
So I'll start back in 7th grade. This was probably one of the hardest years, if not the hardest year of my entire life. And it's not because of the typical middle school drama or the schoolwork or anything else like that. No. I was just worried. That's what got me. Not worrying about anything specific or in particular, just worrying. I worried about things I shouldn't, things I didn't need to. I couldn't spend the night away from home. I couldn't be around my friends because I worried that I would overhear them say something that would make me worry. I was worrying about worrying. Eventually, my worry progressed into my faith. I began worrying about what it means to believe. I was questioning my faith. This made me worry more than anything had ever before. It kept me up at night. My mind couldn't rest because not everything was answered. I was questioning what my faith was, whether I truly believed. What if I didn't believe? These whats and what ifs controlled my life. I don't know how many of you have been fortunate enough to meet my grandfather. Pawpaw, as I call him, has been here at St. Matthew's a few times to preach for my brothers in my confirmations and on the occasional Sunday. When I was questioning my faith, I looked to him. I told him I was questioning my faith, not really knowing what he was going to say. He looked at me and told me, "Good." One of Pawpaw's favorite things to do in his free time and just in general is writing. And when I was questioning my faith, he wrote a poem for me, and I'd like to read that to you now. The poem is titled "Troubling Questions." Questions chasing elusive answers give rise to moments of insight and anxiety. Welcome those moments that trouble the tyranny of the ordinary. Faith is seated not in captured answers, but those haunting questions. Keep asking the questions. Chase after answers and take pleasure in the moments that push you beyond the ordinary. Faith is faith. Faith is belief, not fact. There are always going to be questions. Questions are good. These are what guide our faith. Papa helped me see this and showed me that the reason we believe isn't because we know everything, but because we don't. My faith has shaped me into the person I am today, and I could not be more thankful for what God has brought into my life. 5 years ago, if you told me that I would be in the upstairs hallway of this church at 2:30 in the morning, running faster than I think I have ever run in my entire life, from my pastor, who is screaming like a zombie, I would tell you that you are insane. 5 years ago, if you told me that I would be spending my Friday night at 10 o'clock on a Friday night, sneaking around a neighborhood that isn't mine, so that I could decorate my youth pastor's car as if he had just been married, first, I would laugh, and then I would tell you that you are insane. The family that I have found here at St. Matthew's, I would not trade for anything. My faith has showed me that this is truly a place where I belong. I have faith that God brought each and every one of us together, and He did it for a good reason. I am proud to call St. Matthew's my home, and I look forward to where my faith will take me in the future. Thanks be to God.